gentlemen, welcome again to a bug-free version of the Stratus Gaming Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Robbie Rob. Joining me in the other wonderful corner is the beautiful, the wonderful Aunt Gore. Aunt, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing tonight, Rob?
So far, so good. We've had no issues going into this. It's fantastic.
None. We're professionals, sir.
Yep. There was no issues on our side, and from the sounds of it, audio's working great on stream, which is fantastic. Yep, everything's working. No internet decided to cut out at all between the hours of 8:15 and 9:15. Right as the podcast is about to start.
It has to be just something when I start to stream, it just goes, I don't know what you're doing, and it just shuts off the internet.
Yeah.
Because it's always like when I hit go, 10 minutes in, it just dies for a second and comes back.
Well, sometimes it can just be later on in the stream because we had it like a few episodes ago where it just, like right in the middle.
Did it once in the middle, yeah.
That was fun.
Doesn't do that any other day. Any other time unless I fuck with something.
Nope.
Oh, well. Okay.
Well, anyways.
Let's get back to the show. Nothing happened. What are you talking about, Rob? You're crazy.
Yep. And we'll just have it cut right there. Thank you, our video editor, for doing that. You're great.
Are you talking to yourself later? Is that what's happening?
Yes. Yes, okay. I am. but with that, yeah. Oh god, this last week has been a lot of fun. First things first, I want to start by I remembered what the third thing I was going to talk about last week was besides Scott Pilgrim and nacho fries. The third thing was going to be my AMC stocks.
I mean, those dropped. So can we not talk about this today?
Because
it was real bad.
I am not a financial advisor.
The stonks did not rise today.
Yep. The stonks are falling! No, but in all seriousness, though, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't do this professionally.
No, you did talk about this last week. Because you said that last week on the podcast.
No, wait, was that on Saturday.
Addictive Nerds?
That was on
Saturday. Yeah.
But who's listening to that? We have more listeners over here.
There was like 20 people last week, so I don't know what you're talking about.
True, but this one goes up live afterwards. But with that, I'm not a financial advisor. But what I'm doing is I'm holding. I'm not letting go. I'm not. This is not going to end.
Tell me how that goes, because I sold like $60 worth of stocks.
Right.
I got my initial investment back and kept the profit.
Yep.
In the form of 3 shares.
Yep, I went ahead and just put another share on order because I had some.
Oh really?
Yeah,
it was like $6 today.
Yeah, I got as low as 6. I did a pre-order for it at like $7.50. We'll see what it's like tomorrow morning. But with that, besides playing the stock market, let's talk about other games we played.
Okay.
All right, and with me, I think last week I talked about how Big Hero 6 had this interactive experience with GeForce Now. If I didn't, well, Big Hero 6 had an experience in GeForce Now only for iOS devices, such as iPads and iPhones. Luckily, luckily I have a work-provided iDevice that...
iDevice.
Yes. Yeah, iDevice. It makes me want to stab my eye out sometimes. God. It is so unintuitive to put an attachment in an email, but that's beside the point. That's a puzzle game. Or to some people, a point-and-click adventure.
Fucking Nick.
Yep. Well, I think it was someone else as well. But yeah, that Big Hero 6 experience was actually... It was a fun 5 or 6 minutes of my time.
Mm-hmm.
That was about it. It looked nice. It looked worse than Kingdom Hearts 3 Big Hero 6.
That's not good. If it looked worse than that.
Yeah, you were about to say, oh, that doesn't say much, and then you realize, actually, Kingdom Hearts Big Hero 6 is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially since it came out a few years ago on last-gen consoles.
Yeah, I was like, last gen? What are you talking about? Yeah, last gen.
Technically, it's last gen.
PS4, yep.
Yep. But besides that, I give the experience a good 6. I give it a 6 out of 10. It's more of like watching a movie than it is actually interacting.
That's what most experiences are.
Yeah. But it looked nice. Lots of particle effects. And it was only on GeForce Now for only iOS devices.
Yeah, somebody will take it off somehow. Somehow they'll get access to the files and do something with it.
Yeah, but it was all a part of the streaming future with Sundance. Because Sundance also did
they're doing that on GeForce or something like that, or they're doing all digital.
Yeah, they're doing digital and VR.
Yeah, that's what it was, VR.
And if I wanted to pay $25,
$25?
Yeah, $25 to be a part of the show.
Oh, okay.
But besides this interactive experience where we'll say played loosely. Oh, all right. I gotta add a couple more games on the list because I realized I did play another one on here that I love. But before I get to the other one I love, Madden NFL 21, and boy, is this. It's interesting playing an NFL game. One, I don't really play NFL that much. I think the last NFL game I played was in a mall at the Xbox.
Wow,
booth.
what's that? What's a mall?
Yeah, well, the one near me closed, so I don't know. They closed like July last year.
Okay, so you're playing Madden. How is it? Is it like just Madden? Is it just Madden still?
Yeah, it feels like Madden. It's if you like Madden, it plays pretty well on Stadia. And with that, you can play it anywhere. So
yeah,
if you wanted to play Madden while you're at a party with someone else's friend's house, there you go.
Still no crossplay, which sucks. Sports games need crossplay.
Yeah, there's no crossplay. There's more than no crossplay. There's no cross-gen play. So I can't play PS4 or PlayStation 5. Even though it's the same game, it's the same engine. It's running off Frostbite 3. At least, I'm going to quickly look this up, but
I think that's what it is. EA's going to EA. It's just like, did you see the Mass Effect Special Edition is $150 and doesn't come with the game?
Ooh. I think it's the collector's. It sounds like a collector's. But honestly,
and it doesn't come with the game, which is hilarious to me.
Well, you probably already have the game on pre-order.
Who?
People. They probably already had it on pre-order.
Probably. Okay, so you've been playing Madden. What else?
Well, Valhalla, I'm still getting through that.
You're still not done with it? What are you playing on GeForce Now, or are you playing it on Luna?
I'm not playing it on Luna.
Or did you move it to Stadia?
Oh, yeah.
Because it does have cross-save, which is
It does have cross-save between all devices, so I can, go between my GeForce Now and Stadia. So if I wanted to play at 60 FPS, I'll play it on GeForce Now. If I'm out and about, or while working, I'll do it over Stadia. Because it just works like that.
Okay.
And then another game that I'm adding to my list that I completely forgot about, Yakuza 3.
He's going to talk about Yakuza for like 20 minutes now.
Oh, trust me. We got some more news with Yakuza. Because boy, is this, this whole thing's great. So I've gone to like the first 3 chapters of Yakuza 3. Mm-hmm. I've already cried, man. This game is so good. You're having these heartfelt conversations and imagine you're this heartfelt caring father. You're ex-Yakuza. You were chairman of a whole clan. And then you decide, I'm going to retire. I'm going to go on an island, nice clear water, go beachside, and run an orphanage. And then
that's a plan.
And then they decide, all right, not your clan, but a different family that's there that kind of owns the land over there, wants to evict you so they can either build an American Air Force base or a resort. And
either one. So they're on the 2 extremes, it seems like.
Yes. Either or, they're kicking out the orphanage with 9 kids or 8 kids.
I mean, you can't have a resort with an orphanage on it. It's like people don't want to see sad children. They want to have a good time.
But they're not sad because they got Kiryu as their father. He'll go out fishing barehanded and make a bunch of curry for everyone. And this family, they love each other so much that when one of them's upset, Kiryu will go out there, and he tells them, all right, kids, you can go ahead and eat. We're going to go look for this kid. You come back, they haven't even touched their food because they were waiting for their kind of sister to come back. This game is like... And let me tell you, I've already gone golfing in this game. Fantastic.
I would never understand a Yakuza game. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's a fucking plot if I ever heard one.
Yep. It all
Okay.
somehow has to deal with the plot of land. But, God.
Okay, what else should we play, Rob?
And
I'm
then,
y'all.
let's see.
I'm tired.
I'm trying to think if I played anything else besides this last game I have on my list, and I don't believe I have. And it's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I started playing that with one of our friends, TJ, which is fun.
Friend of the show, he's not here right now because he's a fucking loser.
Yeah, he's probably working or something. Either that or having dinner with his family, because he cares.
I'm just like talking shit about him.
Yep, I know. But this game. So at first, it's like I stopped playing it on Stadia because, frame rate was low. Come to find out, the frame rate is only low because you have it set to 4K. If you set it to 1080p in your performance Stadia settings, it goes to 1080p 60. So you can either play at 4K 30 or 1080p 60, but you can't change that in the game like some other games do. Or you do on high FPS or resolution mode. No, you have to do that outside the game in your Stadia settings. I know PlayStation had something similar with, I want to say, I think it was Cyberpunk when it came out with the PlayStation 5, where you had to go into its settings and change it to high performance.
For system wide?
Yeah, like a system-wide high performance mode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, where did I put the dock at? Okay. So that's Breakpoint.
Yep.
Anything else to say about that or no? Because my list is pretty short. Like, I played one game continuously. Because I was supposed to play Breakpoint with you guys last night, and I fell asleep because I'm old.
Yep. Well, I think technically, you played 2 games. Because I'm pretty much done with mine, because I believe what you've been playing is probably Hitman 1 and 3 because of Sapienza.
Well, I mean, it's just on the Stadia, it's just Hitman. Like, I've really just been playing Hitman.
Yep.
But I haven't played Sapienza since last week.
Weren't you crying? I think it was like just a couple days ago. You were like, God, I'm still on Sapienza.
No, I said that by accident. I meant Marrakesh.
Okay.
Like, I hate Marrakesh. So, that's one of my hated levels. That and Colorado in the first game. Not great levels.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to master all of them, and I'm on the 3rd level on the first game, since I have to remaster them all on Stadia.
Yep.
I'm at level 11 now on Marrakesh, and it's just, I just don't like the level. It's not about just the way the level is. There's a lot of NPCs around, there's a lot of enforcers places. Half of the map, everyone has guns, like, it's just kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Actually, if you split the map into 3 places, so you got the school, the consulate building, and then the town, 2 of the 3 locations all have everyone with guns.
Yep.
So
yes,
it's kind of
they
hard to
do.
get around.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, that's all I've been playing, Rob. I've been trying to just play Hitman and finish that up. Did we play Battlegrounds? No, we played Battlegrounds last week.
Yeah. And I wasn't a part of that.
You was not a part of it. You were MIA. You were too busy doing the cables.
Yep. Oh, those cables, man. Sometimes it's not the
do 'em.
cables. Sometimes it's changing those TV inputs.
That's most of what it is. How many
Yeah.
TV input jobs have you had so far?
So far 1, and luckily it was just around the corner for me.
Oh, okay.
Like it is, like it was like a 3-minute drive.
Uh-huh.
It was.
I haven't had one in a while, to be honest with you. It's kind of funny. Now that I
Yeah.
mention it. I've been getting, like, people unplugging modems. My internet don't work. The fucking modem's unplugged.
Yep. I can't. I remember the one. Oh, I can't see the time on my clock.
That one still kills me. Okay. So you want to get into the news, Rob? We keep going on tangents about weird non-cloud related things.
Oh, internet is the cloud, baby.
I mean, I guess technically.
But we can get into the news. Let's start with some Amazon Luna news. I'm trying my best to get news once a week for Luna. And good news, Amazon Luna is now supported on your phone. Because what, you got the 3A?
Yeah. Oh my God, I can play Luna on my phone now? I'm not going to do that. I still need to get that controller. Like, I still have not paid for it.
You know what?
I'm waiting for the podcast to make enough money that I can expense out the controller, Rob. But it's not working.
No, it's not. Because, yeah, Amazon Luna now supports more devices with their Pixel 3, 3XL, 3A, 3A XL, and the Samsung Galaxy S9, S9 Plus, and the Note 9.
So are those all the Android phones, or that's just like what the new ones were?
That's what the new ones are.
Okay.
That's what they have announced, that they now support.
Okay.
Which, it's a lot easier for you to find this information on their Twitter than on their own page where they have all this information.
Rob, I have a 4A.
Oh, you have a 4A? Then it's probably already supported.
It's probably already supported, because I think it is.
Yeah. So you probably already played it on your phone. I know I can play it on mine.
Okay.
But yeah, Amazon Luna News.
Never a lot. It's like when we have anything that's worthwhile, it's a good episode, but it doesn't happen.
Yeah, because
apparently Luna might be dead because Jeff Bezos is quitting.
He's stepping down as CEO.
It's a joke, Rob. It's a joke.
Well, no, I mean, I also have a couple more news articles on here that I did not add because they were breaking after I woke up from my little day nap.
Yeah.
So our next game is, or I say next game, our next topic is NVIDIA GeForce Now client now gains state of support for Apple's Silicon Macs. This is from Tim Hardwick over at Mac Rumors.
Play on some ARM processors.
Yep, on Apple's new M1 processors.
Some SoCs. You know, you got your system on a chip. Bless you, Rob. Rob is knocking his headphones off, sneezing.
Yep.
You're sneezing, I'm yawning.
I'll need to make sure that I remove that in the Audacity recording that we do. But I did mute myself on stream, so at least so that's all right. So nice. Anyways, so yeah, it's now supported on their new M1 processors, and then they've also added full Chrome support as well. So both of these look to be out of beta finally. So you're now actually able to play it on pretty much any Chrome browser and or any M1 processor Apple device. Both really nice to see. It just shows GeForce Now, most platforms it runs off of. And with that, we're going to go through the nice long list of Stadia news.
Oh, is that where we're at now? You're not talking about your Yakuza spinoff? Did you just say that? Because I was reading something.
No, we're going into our long list of Stadia news. Not the big Stadia news. That's our topic of the show. It's just, I don't know if you're looking at the doc.
I am. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, all I see is the NVIDIA GeForce thing, neighborhood games, Yakuza spinoff, and then topic of the show.
Yeah, well, the next two articles, well, technically next three, are all Stadia news, so...
Okay, so I was looking for a long list of something when you said that, so I was real confused. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Because, this week, there's a bit of Stadia news. Some of it actually means something. We'll start with what I'm least excited about. I mean, I'm excited for all of these, but we're going to go from least excited to most excited. We're going to start with Neighbor Games announces Hello Engineer, closed beta for Stadia. This was
closed beta for Stadia.
Yep, beta for Stadia. I'm beta for Stadia.
Okay, Rob, just continue to read the story.
Well, Hello Games Twitter had announced that they are now doing their they're doing their closed beta test with Google Stadia. Kind of like how they were doing, like Ubisoft was doing the Immortals Phoenix Rising demo on Stadia first. Right, you can sign up now at the closed beta using their little Google Forms over on their Twitter. This was posted on January 28th. They also have additional notes to see if Google Stadia is supported in your country. So if you're outside of the U.S., Canada, or any other kind of place. You can check to see if you are.
I was just filling out to get in the beta to see what they ask you and stuff. And they just hit me with, it was like, what was the most recent beta you participated in? I don't fucking know. Like, I don't remember any of that.
Let's see.
That's a question to ask.
Not that I'm actually able to say that I'm in.
Oh, fancy.
All right. Let's see. Our next news story is, before I get to this Yakuza news for Stadia, I got to bring up another thing, and that is EA teasing a new project, or should I say a returning project, to the EA Sports franchise. Ladies and gentlemen, college football is back on the EA Sports menu. There hasn't been one since 2013, 2014. And boy, is it coming back.
Can I ask a question, Rob?
What?
Why do people care?
Simple. Because it's fun to watch. Some people don't leave college and go into the NFL.
I guess, but there's not real players in the game.
Well, there are real people in the game.
No, in the new one, they're not real people. In the one they're making, it's all like not real people. They said that they're not using names or anything like that. Because that's why it went away in the first place. Because they can't pay. They're not paying any of these people because they're in college. So technically, they don't have to. It's like a weird thing.
Well, technically, they actually haven't really said anything about that yet.
Oh, yeah. It came out today. Greg Miller tweeted it.
Yeah. It's to the collegiate licensing company. I won't have any player names. Yeah. Yeah, for the EA Sports press release. Which I wish they put that a little further in.
Yeah. It's definitely not at the beginning.
It should be like pinned or something. Yeah. But college football is coming back. But you know who can be in there? The mascots, baby. There's nothing better than watching the Stanford Trees go against Big Red. Or the Oregon Duck.
Team is the Trees?
Yes, the Stanford Trees.
Where is this at?
Stanford.
Like Stanford, Connecticut?
Yeah, the University of Stanford. Yeah.
I typed in Stanford tree, and it came up with a tree removal service.
All right, the Stanford Tree is the Stanford's band mascot, and the unofficial mascot is the Stanford University. But it was also the mascot that they used in NCAA football, college football, 2013 when they did mascot tournaments. To where you can actually play.
I looked it up. I'm only getting tree removal services.
Yeah, dude, Stanford Tree mascot.
That's what I just did. Okay.
Yeah,
what the fuck is this?
It's a tree. It's a beautiful tree, just like the ugly duckling.
I'm real confused. Okay, continue. Why I look at what this tree is about and why it's a thing.
Yeah. I don't know if I could even answer you. What? Oh God, the Stanford Tree. Hold up. I'm sorry. I'm now in this whole thing with the Stanford Tree Twitter. Their latest tweet from 3 hours ago was Shrek 1 is all set up for Shrek 2. Oh wait, that was 3 days ago. So, God, this is such a college Twitter. I am happy for it. Anyways.
Yeah, okay, that's weird. Okay, enough of that. Enough about the trees, guys.
Yep. God, we're just going off a tangent. Yep.
Yeah, we're just going off a tangent about trees.
What is this, the Addictive Nerds podcast?
I know, right? Okay, so where are we at now? I'm trying to look for where I put the doc at. I opened up 7 tabs looking up the Stanford Tree.
And I hope it was all worth it because
it wasn't.
Because baby, Yakuza spin-off Judgments announced for PS5, Xbox Series X, and Stadia. Woo!
Woo, Sega's going to the cloud.
Oh, it is, baby. Sega's making
Maybe
Judgment.
we might get Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on Stadia. No,
You know
actually,
what?
do that. Do that.
Yeah. Bring us all the Sonic games to Stadia,
If I can
please.
play the Chow Garden in my car at work, I would be pretty happy.
Yep. God, imagine being able to play Sonic Adventure 2 on Stadia. I mean, you can just emulate it everywhere.
I could probably just emulate it on my phone directly, but...
Yeah. True, but then there's no cross save. You'd have to copy and paste it over.
I would have to copy and paste it over.
Yep.
Okay, do you have any information on this game? Because I do not know anything about Yakuza. So you put all topics up here I cannot talk about.
I know. A spin-off of the Yakuza series Judgment stars Takayuki Yagami, a disgraced lawyer turned grizzled private detective who attempts to solve the mystery behind a series of murder. Joining him in his quest is former Yakuza Masahara Kaito. The duo explore Kamurocho's underground and battle its criminal element in search of the truth. Like the Yakuza games, expect plenty of street fights, but also investigative gameplay, side missions, and minigames. The best way to describe it is if you have the detective elements of the Batman Arkham games with the story and combat of Yakuza.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll look into it. This is a new game, right? This is not like a re-release.
Technically, it is a re-release because this was first released in 2018.
Uh-huh.
But it was a PlayStation exclusive.
Gotcha. Okay.
So now this is...
So they're redoing it. Finally put it on Xbox and put it on other systems. Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. And the best part, also has English dub as well. So if you don't like subtitles or you can't read, there you go. You got another game where it does that for you. Also, I apologize for my background noise. My Roomba decided I'm going to turn on now.
You have a Roomba? I want to get a Roomba, and Danielle keeps saying they're stupid and won't let me buy one.
My parents gave me this, so I don't care.
Oh.
they got like 3 of them, and it's like an off-brand Roomba, so it's not an official Roomba.
Yeah,
but
Danielle said that she had a whole bunch of Roombas, and they kept breaking.
Yeah.
At her mother's house.
No, this one's kind of stupid, because if it goes over on any lip, it can get stuck. Mm-hmm. So I had to put like a floor mat going between the bathroom and the rest of the apartment.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get stuck.
Smart.
So if it gets stuck way over there, that'll be fine. It'll shut itself off. It's good enough for me.
Okay, but we're talking about your Roomba, but I have to tell you something, Rob. You know your Roomba can't play on the cloud?
No, but there is a Roomba in Yakuza Like a Dragon, and it is fantastic.
God, I hate you so much.
How long do we get the rest of the Yakuza series on Stadia? That is my question.
Never. It's on xCloud. Just leave me alone.
Okay. No. Yakuza Like a Dragon's on xCloud, which is sad. Mostly because it's only Game Pass games.
Yeah.
And Yakuza 0 to 6 is on Game Pass.
I was on Game Pass. Yep. Okay. Yep. So we get into the topic of the show, Rob, or do you have anything else to add?
Yes. I should also say that Judgment will be released on April 23rd. And we'll also include all previously downloaded content as well, so you don't have to worry about that.
So I know we don't pay attention to the chat during this show, but I have to say something. Loki Mike, it's a Goomba Roomba.
Yep. We call it Bob, because it's a bob sweep is what it's called. So we just call it Bob for short.
Like a bobsled? Cool Runnings?
No,
is your knockoff Roomba the host for John Candy's reincarnated spirit?
Not many things you say make me shake my head. But you know what? Congratulations, you've done it. I am happy that we're here today. Because, I have no other topics. Is there any big topics that you want to talk about that came out?
Wow, we have the biggest topic of all. Stadia's dead. Wait, is Stadia dead? Question mark? Oh, let's do our thumbnail face.
Actually, hold up. No, I got a better face. Give me a sec. All right, let's switch over to Canada. It's all good, everyone. I'll do the rest of the podcast like this.
Please don't.
If you only listen to us on podcast services, I recommend you to watch the video so you can see what I'm talking about with Canada Rob.
Yes, not Canada Rob. Exactly. Okay. So yeah, topic of the show. So Google came out yesterday and said that guess what? We're closing down our 2 first-party studios and said, you know what? We're not a games company. We're not making games.
Yep.
We're going to strengthen third-party relationships and partnerships and spend money on things like America. We don't make things. We just outsource it. That's what Google says.
Yep. Living the real American dream. Here in America, we don't make stuff anymore. We pay other people to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Why do work when you can just pay someone to do it for you? Come on now.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the combined studios appear to only have lasted a year and a half, if that's even their existence being announced in October 2019.
During their whole announcement frenzy.
Yeah, when they announced it. So, yeah, if that's when they started, it was a year and a half. So they're shutting down the Montreal and the Los Angeles studios. They said about 150 people. They're going to find something for them to do. We don't know. They'll probably take a severance and leave. That includes, what's her name? Jade Raymond, the Assassin's Creed co-creator and Stadia's highest profile hire, who previously headed the studio, is no longer with Google, so she dipped out. She said about deuces.
Yep. It's like, yeah. So, like, all these, their game studios that they created to, like, kind of be like PlayStation and Xbox. They'll be like, hey, we make our own games, too, for our own service.
Yeah.
We can make exclusives. Realizing it's a lot more work and a lot more money, especially nowadays, with all these big budget AAA games.
Yeah, and they're like, nope, not doing that. That's too rich for Google's blood.
Yeah.
We want to do the bare minimum and make the most money doing it.
Yeah, and, like, let's see, you first got to make your own engine, because you're not going to make a big exclusive
on someone else. Yeah, most of the time they would have to have made their own for Stadia. But Rob, like I said when I started this conversation, everyone wants to know, is Stadia dead now? Because I've been on the Twitters, and every time you see this article posted, everyone's like, oh, that Stadia lasted longer than I thought it was going to last. It's like, I know if someone actually read the article, it doesn't mean that Stadia is shutting down. But, you know, people can't read. So do you think this is like, we don't have much left of Stadia? Like, after this, and then they're going to shut it down later?
No, I believe this will continue on. Because no matter what, this is a service. The Stadia itself is more than just a game studio. Just as Xbox is more than a game studio. It is a service. It is a controller. It is actual stuff that you can actually play. Yep. Or maybe we should make that the thumbnail. Just hold up our controllers.
Oh, get a Stadia controller as a...
Yeah. Here, you want to hold up your controller? There we go. We'll make that the thumbnail.
Sweet.
Alright, we made thumbnails, guys.
Okay, we're doing stuff. We're real podcasters now.
Yep.
Okay, Rob, so continue. What were you saying?
Well, I don't think I would ever play Stadia, at least at the moment, for just straight exclusives. That's not what I use Stadia for. Stadia is a place where, like, yeah, I can just play my games anywhere. And, like, be it on my computer, not have to worry about anything. Play it at work, not have to worry about anything. Like, the service of Stadia is fantastic. And with other stuff, such as, like, State Share, and, like, Group Play, and other stuff, like, it's fantastic. And it doesn't need its own games to really try to show it off. Especially when, A, they don't really have that much access to their own engine. Slash, you know, forcing themselves to, God, what's the word? Force themselves to make everything in-house. Anyways, give me a sec. Get your ass over here, you stupid Roomba. Over here. come. You vamp. I'll be right back. Do you think
I'm
it's gonna
just
die?
watching Rob yell at his Roomba.
No?
But yeah, so I use Stadia probably around the same way that Rob uses it. I use it when I'm in my car at work because since I do a lot of driving for work, I have a lot of downtime. I even also took out my Xbox and my PS4 from the bedroom and brought it into the computer room so when I stream, and the only thing hooked up to my TV now is the Stadia. It's the Chromecast. So I use the Chromecast for watching my content, and just beat it from my phone, and then I play Stadia games in there. Like, that's pretty much what I'm doing with it now. I can go in the living room with it if I want without bringing anything since I have 2 Chromecasts. So, like, would I have liked an exclusive? Depends on what it was. I would have tried it, especially because I'm pretty sure it would have been in Stadia Pro. We actually don't even know that. It's not even, like, confirmed if it would have been or not. But, yeah, I would like to see what they would push the technology with. But they can still pay somebody to do that. Let's be honest here. There still could be exclusives. They can go, hey, EA, here's X amount of dollars. Do something.
Oh.
And the EA zone be like, money, like Mr. Krabs. And then take it and then do it.
Yep. Such as I've also forgot, FIFA 21's announced date is also coming to Stadia as well. What is it, March 21st?
So, yeah, I don't, like I said, a lot of people are online saying this is the end. Granted, it could be. But I'm thinking, like, I think Stadia would probably always be around. Especially if Google can get to the point where they're not really spending money to keep the service up.
Yeah.
They probably won't upgrade it after a while and say, fuck it, it's officially dead, but you can still play games, whatever games you already owned up there, and all that stuff. Couldn't tell you what will happen with, like, Stadia Pro. That'll probably stop. You might lose access to those games, but anything you actually paid for, I'm sure you'll be able to keep for a while until you don't care anymore. Then it'll get a point where they'll quietly kill it off and no one says a word.
Yeah.
If that were to happen. But
now cloud gaming's the future, and yes, Stadia is not going anywhere, or at least anywhere too soon.
So
it is due. It is.
No, I was reading what Mitch said. So. Yes, servers are expensive to run, but it's expensive in things you already have to pay for. Like, once you get a server working, yeah, there's maintenance on it, but if they're like, you get a lot of time on them. If they're within that time span before they die out, all you're paying for is power and bandwidth at that point, and they would have to pay for that regardless. So if they throw a couple of those in the server racks they already have, it's not really adding to the price more than they already do. So it does get to a point where running a server is just integrated into the business's expenses normally. So it's not like something that makes it drive the price up.
And if it's at idle, you're still... Yeah, we'll definitely talk after. Because this is the big difference of, let's say, NVIDIA running a server versus Google or Amazon running a server. They have their own server farms all over the place. Using some of these, ones that aren't being used for anything else, such as, let's say, like a lower powered machine compared to others, such as, I would say it's a little more than less powerful. I think it's a little more powerful than the least powerful on their platform, but still being able to use these, at least for some form of profit, because you still have that store transaction. Probably, I don't know how much Google would take out at their store. Because I know, let's see, Steam and whatnot, they changed
it's probably like 30% or the average price that they charge.
Yeah, same for like app prices.
Yeah.
Who knows? It could be 20%. I don't know if that information's out there. We'll do more research on that. But yeah, in terms of it's just sitting there. I mean, technically, they also pay for like maybe licensing fees or, well, not because I guess the game developers can ask to be pulled off the store too.
Yeah. So.
Because I'm wondering if they're paying to just be on the storefront. It's like, yeah, we could probably make some money off
That I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all like high level business stuff that I know nothing about. But yeah, just bring it back around. I don't think this is really anything bad, to be honest with you. Like, I think it would have been worse if they put this game out, even if they had high, like, really good talent like Jade. If this exclusive came out and it was terrible, it would have been done for anyway. Google would have like, oh, shut the whole thing down. We're done.
Yeah, it's like
So now that they're doing it this way and then focusing on it as a platform, I think they will keep it around longer.
Yeah, I think they just went into this too quickly. Because even when Microsoft released Halo on the original Xbox, that game has been in development for years before they were bought up by Microsoft.
Yeah, it's supposed to be on a Mac. Remember that? Remember when Halo was supposed to be on Macs?
Yeah, remember when Macs were going to have games?
I know, right?
Still waiting. I mean, the last great
Macs
game to come out
games.
on iOS.
They got that swirl. They got that swirl game, right? That you like.
I was gonna say Infinity Blade.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, Mitch. I did bring this up earlier in the show, probably earlier in this topic of, games have become a lot more expensive to make than what they used to be, because not only do they have to be to a certain standard, like you can't be like your own kind of platform and say, all right, here's our indie game, like here's our low budget, maybe like $3 million game that's now exclusive that doesn't really do much.
Yeah, so to what Mitch says with they didn't know that games were expensive. This is knowing how Google operates. This is probably what happened. So they knew games were expensive. They started making this game. And then internally they said the game was come out in 2021. And then in the beginning of 2020, like towards like the end of 2020, they're like, yeah, there's no way in hell this game is coming out. Google's like, we're not delaying it, cancel it. It's done. Like, there's no point in delaying it. It's like, we're just going to cut our losses. That's what they fucking do all the time. So that's why I get when a lot of people say, oh, are they going to kill Stadia off already? But I don't think the service of Stadia is costing them as much money as developing the game was for Stadia.
Yeah. Because, there's a lot more development costs. But another thing that Mitch brings up, now what if Sony or Nintendo partner with Google? I don't know if Nintendo would, mostly because Nintendo.
And Sony can't because they have the partnership with Microsoft.
No, I think just to put games on the service. Not necessarily.
Oh, yeah, I guess they can just do that. But they already did that with Ubisoft, so they can do it with EA. Like, EA Play can come to Stadia. They can do any other service as well and integrate it also. Like, I think EA Play is probably the next step since they started putting more EA games up there. Like, you got Madden now. You're getting FIFA. You got Star Wars, the Fallen Order or whatever it's called.
Yep.
That's up there. So, like, that could be, like, the next subscription service. Like, I feel like that's probably what they're going to. Is, like, EA Play and stuff like that. Go directly with the publishers and not, like, a Microsoft or Sony.
Yeah, but this would go a little more into like the same territory as Amazon Luna of having these channels that you subscribe to. So, the main difference between Amazon Luna and Google Stadia is one's only subscriptions, the other one is subscription and buy. Yeah. Well, it used to be only buy, and then technically Stadia Pro, which is kind of like your PlayStation Plus games or your whatnot, while giving you the added benefit of being able to play in 4K HDR. But if they can make it to where there's now like a whole subsection of like where you can in Stadia pay for subscriptions. Sorry, I'm putting down the Roomba. But if there's, or they can go in and pay for the subscriptions of like Ubisoft Plus and EA Play if that eventually comes out, and you can switch between EA Play and EA Pro, like that would be fantastic.
Yeah, especially with EA Pro, because I know the consoles don't have Pro, and Pro gives you all the games.
Yeah, pretty much.
And because the Stadia version pretty much just runs a Linux-based version of the PC version, it'd probably be easier for them to do that.
Yeah, probably slightly easier.
Yeah,
probably just still be have to be coded slightly differently, but.
Well, I think the only reason why they don't do it on PlayStation and Xbox is probably because they don't want to pay Microsoft the 30% or whatever it is to play those full games.
Yeah. But hey, like I was saying, it's not as easy as all right, let's just play over, because it's going.
It's actually not that hard, Mitch. There's something called Wine. If you integrate Wine into a Windows game, it will in fact just run it.
But okay, now
most of the time, not all the time, but like it does do it more often now than not.
Well, God, technically, even Steam has its own version, but
Yeah.
but you want it to run natively, not okay. Here's this next API to help us run the game.
Yeah.
Adding extra steps to going between that. And yeah, like coding something directly for Linux, like a great way to be an OpenGL and or Vulkan would definitely be fantastic, because you don't have to deal with the DirectX APIs to help develop a game for Stadia. Mostly because they can't. But yeah, it would just be, hey, what can we do? It's like extra development work for them to have to make another version of the game in a different API. That's why like having these open source APIs such as Vulkan and OpenGL.
That's right. We still don't really know too much on how they make like the version of the Stadia version. We just know it's based off of Linux. We don't know anything else about that thing, right?
Yeah. I think they might have said what kind of what distro they're using.
Mm-hmm. All I remember is them saying it was based off of Linux.
Yeah.
That's it. But that can mean anything. Like Mac OS is based off of Linux. Like that doesn't really mean a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Staying on Linux Ubuntu.
Oh, is it off of Ubuntu? That'd be kind
It's
of
based
weird.
on Vulkan. Hold up.
Oh, he's reading.
Yeah, let's
He's
see.
hacking into the database, guys.
What is data? Yeah. Okay. Well, it's Linux. Okay, it's still unknown.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Like what distro they're using.
Yeah.
It
I
could be
doubt
like their own.
they won't tell anybody what that is.
It could also just be their own Linux distro.
Yeah. It's
'Cause
running off of
Linux
Android.
itself-
It's running off of Android. It's
Yeah.
running off of fucking Oreo.
Or Fuchsia. No, it's Fuchsia.
Oh yeah, their new one, right? That no one knows what it is.
Yep, the distro doesn't really matter since you're really just assigning a Unix subsystem.
Look at this nerd. Don't tell me he's fucking watching Jurassic Park. It's Unix. I know this. You're gonna hack into the database.
But no. But no, Mitch does have something.
No, I know. That's why I'm just busting Mitch balls, because he actually does this for a living.
Yeah. And like, yeah. And I'm on Mitch's side. Like, I am fighting you against this. It's like, no, it's not that easy to develop.
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, you just drag and drop it, right? That's how everything works. You just move it over.
Yep. Yep. And anyone, if you're wondering, yeah, this is the wonderful jokes of Jason Manzukis.
I don't look anything like Jason Mantzoukas. Like, I don't know where you guys are getting this from. Okay, Rob.
You know what?
We have anything else for this topic before we wrap it up? It's almost been an hour. This is our longest episode yet.
No, it's not.
Pretty sure it is. It's
I
real
can
close.
confirm this is not.
It's real close.
Well,
What's our
we're
longest
also
one then?
it's like 54 minutes.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Remember, we still had the pre-show that's accounted for this, it going down, and us restarting this whole podcast.
I mean, now it's like 2 minutes.
Yeah, a little more than that, but still. But yeah. I honestly, I got nothing else to say except Stadia is not dead.
Yeah, I said,
the service itself is gonna. They can do so much more work on the service side
yeah.
than they could ever do on the game side. Google is a service company, not a games company. Just like Microsoft itself, although Xbox is games, they specialize in services such as Windows 10. Windows 10 is a service.
Mm-hmm.
Game Pass is a service. Xbox Live Gold is a service. Google is a service company. They offer quite a bit. Emails, video, whatnot. It is a data company, but saying it's not a service company is also incorrect in that. Because they do offer a lot of services. But with that, I have nothing else to add.
I have nothing else either.
So
why
I guess now
don't you take us out, Rob?
Yep. Well, this has been episode 9. Wow. Episode 9 of the Stratus Gaming Podcast. I've been your one of your main hosts, Robbie Rob. Jason Mazukas is with me over in the other corner, also known as Ant Gore, when he's not on stage or on set.
Nice, Rob.
Yep. And yeah, you can find me anywhere at Robbie Rob Plays. And you can find Ant Gore at either AntGore06 or at Addictive Nerds.
On all the things.
And,
Facebook, Twitter. No Instagram yet because I didn't grab that. But I have the Facebook, so it means I probably do have the Instagram as well because I think it's shared. But who knows? You don't need to see my ugly face all the time, so you're good on that.
Yep. But with that, there's nothing else for us to add.
All right. I found somebody to raid. We're going to raid Sal.
Oh yeah. Let's raid. Let's raid that beautiful
We're going to
bastard.
raid Sal. Go give him some gabagool in the chat.
Oh. Did he just go offline?
Did he? Did he die already? Because I just told him no, he's online. Because I told him I was raid. I was like, raid incoming. I was like, we're bringing that gabagool. So yeah, we're going to say what up to Sal. Give him a follow if you already don't. I don't know who's actually here because OBS is fucking up the viewer count because it's different than what it shows me on the website and what it shows me on Streamlabs. But yeah, everybody have a great night, and we'll see you next week.